What is up, everybody? My name is Kyle, and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, thank you for checking it out. And if you're returning, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for coming back. Today's video, I'm just gonna bring you along for my day. It's Saturday morning. A few things are shaping up and it's starting to feel video worthy. So while I feel motivated and before the opportunity passes itself, I just grabbed the tripod, grabbed the mics, and started hitting record. The first thing I'm gonna be doing today is, well, this shouldn't be a surprise if you follow this channel or you've seen my videos before. It's a Facebook Marketplace pickup. I was on Facebook Marketplace this morning browsing and came across a piece of art that I just immediately fell in love with. Reached out to the seller. They're available. So we're gonna go pick that up. We'll talk more about it on the way. But yeah, we're gonna pick something up from Facebook Marketplace. And then after that, the band that I play in is actually playing a show here locally. So I thought it might be fun to bring the camera along for the ride, kind of document that, a little bit of what goes into the run up to a show. I'm not exactly sure what that's going to shape up to be. It might be a little chaotic. It might not work out, but figured I'd give it a shot. It seemed like a cool chance to do this because we're playing locally. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm still in my pajamas. So I'm going to jump in the shower and I'm going to go walk the dog. And then we're going to go pick up this art from Facebook Marketplace. I keep saying that like it's a physical place. We're gonna go meet a seller to buy something that I found on Facebook Marketplace. All right, let's do it. Okay, we are in the car now and we are going to pick up this piece of art. I mentioned I was gonna explain a little bit more about this on the ride over, so let's just dive into it. The piece of art that I found is essentially a mounted wooden deer head by this folk artist named Craig Carey. I'm not super familiar with him, but the Facebook seller seems to have a lot of his work. It's really cool. I fell in love with it immediately, like I said. But what's weird about this, and like truly this is like weird happenstance, I had been browsing around, or maybe it's the algorithm. I don't know, it might be an algorithm thing, but I had been browsing around for some fun ideas of like faux mounted stag heads for my walls. I'm not super into taxidermy and I don't really want any real taxidermy in the house, but the thought of having something that was like fun and goofy, maybe a little bit lighthearted, like plush, wood, things like that would be really fun. So I'm not kidding, I just bought basically this like wood assembly elk mounted elk head on the internet, and it showed up yesterday. And I already assembled it, but I didn't hang it up. And then I found this piece on Facebook Marketplace this morning. So just really, really weird happenstance. And I'm gonna have two wooden deer heads, I guess, shortly. So the other thing I wanted to mention here is that the seller said that this thing needs a little bit of TLC. I know there's a chip on one of the antlers, and then the other antler needs to be secured more securely. I'm always up for a small project, so I was happy to take it on. And again, the price is really right, so this should be fun. We're gonna be there in a few minutes. I just gotta run by the bank real quick. Do I look like the deer? It's me, the folk art. I just wanted to show you guys this piece since I just picked it up. I like it more in person than I did online. As you can see, this is the loose antler. When we get home, I'm gonna figure out the best way to re-secure that. I don't know what that is yet, but I'll do a little bit of research. Here's the little chip. The one thing that I really actually like about this chip is I was afraid that you were going to be able to see the actual original wood tone inside, but I think that it was painted over, so maybe it was intended to be chipped like that. I'm not sure. Super cool. But yeah, figured I'd pull over in the Walter E. Smith parking lot to show you guys. Alrighty, so we made it back to my house, and before I move on with my day and start getting ready for the show, I wanted to show you guys the original fake deer head that I bought that just showed up yesterday so that A, you could see it, and B, you knew I wasn't lying. This is the piece. It is essentially like a bunch of individually cut slats of wood that all slip onto these two base pieces. And when you assemble them all in the right order, you get this 3D wood deer head. It comes in a couple colors. I opted for the natural wood finish just because I liked kind of that wood effect on this fake deer head just to really drive it home. That said, we have a much cooler piece now. So just for comparison, this is the piece that we just picked up on Facebook Marketplace. You'll notice I've got some painter's tape on the loose antler. When I got home, I did a bit of investigating, and the antler was connected via a screw, but the wood was stripped that the screw was supposed to go into, hence why it was so loose. So what I'm trying right now is a little bit of wood glue. I pulled the antler out, I cleaned out that hole a little bit, filled it with wood glue, added some wood glue on the connection points, and right now I have it kind of set with these two pieces of painter tape. The hope is that it's going to set and stay. If not, I have a few other ideas in mind, but I think this should be good enough. Considering it's just going to be hung on a wall and it's not going to be touched that often, maybe just for cleaning, it doesn't have to be, screw tight in there. It just has to be tight enough to stay. So yeah, I got to move on with my day. I need to practice a little bit of guitar and get a few things in order, but I wanted to make sure I showed you this piece and updated you on what I've done with this one. Cool? See you in a little bit. We are on our way to the show. I'm gonna make this fast because I had to turn off my AC so that y'all could hear me, and it is gonna get really hot in here very quickly. But yeah, we're driving out to the show. The show is out in Elgin, Illinois. It's about a half-hour drive for me, so this should be pretty breezy. I like shows like this. It's a little bit different. I have my guitar equipment with me in the trunk or in the back seat over here. Normally, if we have shows in other cities or we're going on tour, all of the gear is in the van. So I have a little bit of my equipment with me. I'm driving myself to the venue, which is not always the case. So yeah, going to the show, super excited. There's gonna be a lot of friends there. One of the other benefits about playing so close is I am actually going to be running home at some point to let Sandwich out, to feed her, spend a little bit of time with her, and then I'll pop back over to the show right before it starts. So we're heading over to the venue now. We're going to load the gear in. We're going to set the gear up. We're going to do a little bit of sound checking, and we're probably going to eat, and then I'm going to dip back home. So yeah, we'll see if it happens in that order. You never really know with this stuff, but I'm excited. Should be fun. It's already getting hot, so I am going to turn off the camera now and turn my AC back on. Great, bye. Hi, IKEA. Love you.
Watch the car.
Okay. The one I just told you about?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Perfect. I like the illusion of work. I'm just kidding.
Where's Joe?
I feel like we gotta get it.
It's a vintage workbook, which means it could be a nice set. Go back, all the way. I bet I know what's going on.
Question.
He said he's got something for you. You can come, we're just waiting. It's not that way.
It's not this way. High on frustration.
Do you not know where we are?
No, I'm wasted. No, I know.
Are you serious? Okay. You're scaring me.
Thank you. How did you guys do it?
Get a cup?
I don't like it getting soggy, so I kind of want to keep
You want some food? You ready?
I have it already. Thank you.
Bye.